Now we will learn how to use the search tool. This tool almost makes using QuickBooks Online fun. The search tool can search every field of every transaction and every list item in the QBO account. Follow along with these searches and see what happens. What if we typed into the search bar just the number 3000? Well, let's take a look. The search tool, hold on. The search tool is up here with this magnifying glass. And when we click here, we get the search tool. Now let's type in the number 3000. You know what you get? You get every single transaction in the file that's exactly 3000. What else could, by the way, all you have to do is click on one of these choices and QuickBooks Online will bring you right to the item that had the text or the numbers that you typed in. And once you're here, you can edit this or do whatever you want. What else? Well, let's type in 1008 and let's see what happens. If we go to the magnifying glass and we type in 1008, look at that. Only one appearance of these four digits, 1008, in the whole file. It's the invoice number for an invoice for candy. And we can double click and eventually get, okay, well, I don't know what just happened there. Let's, okay, that wasn't really supposed to happen. Sometimes the QuickBooks is a little broken here. Okay, well, here's the invoice for candy. Here's the invoice for candy. Close it out. Okay, let's try a different search. How about the number 6? Let's just only type in the number 6. Okay, so we type in the number 6. That's it. Now, of course, any bill or any transaction number that begins with 6 will show up here, and any transaction with a money amount that begins with the number 6 will show up here because it filters it as you type. That's how great this is. It's so easy, so convenient, and you're never lost in QuickBooks Online. What about the name Alan? Well, we know Alan is a customer, so if we type Alan, we should get literally every single transaction that Alan ever made, as well as the fact that he's a customer. So if we come here and we click just the name, we're going to go to his customer records. Okay? But if we come here and we type Alan, we can click on one of his invoices or one of his payments and we would jump right to that spot. It's that easy. Now you could even use that search bar to refine your search very easily. For example, if you typed in Alan space 1005, you would get every record that has both the word Alan and this number. Watch. If we open the search bar, Alan space 1005. It's showing me the only record in the entire QuickBooks account that has both the words Alan and the number 1005. Happens to be the invoice number. So that's how great this is when you do a search in QuickBooks. Now these next two searches you will not be able to follow along with. That's because I put specific text in specific data fields just to illustrate how the search bar works. So, what if I typed in the word Mockingbird Lane? Well, if we go to the search bar and you watch me type Mockingbird Mockingbird Lane, you can see that Candy Charles has, in Candy's customer records, Candy has the word Mockingbird Lane somewhere, and when I click, I go right over to Candy Charles. In order to know all of the data fields for Candy Charles, I would have to click Edit, and you can see Mockingbird Lane is in the address field of this particular customer. What about this? If I typed in Cottonseed Oil Well, why would I type in cottonseed oil when searching through accounting? Cottonseed oil. Okay, Betty Boop allergic to cottonseed oil. Well, how did that information get there? Every customer record has notes. If you click on the search result, you'll jump over to the customer records, and if you click edit, in the same window that you can put their address, you can put notes for the customer. And if you need to know any customer's allergy or any particular preference or any particular thing regarding the customer, you could type it into the notes, as many companies do. They keep a set of notes and a log of all the correspondence or any other important thing that they need to write down about a particular customer. So you can search on those fields too. And believe it or not, as great as this is, and as powerful as this is in helping you, this is not even the advanced search. And now we're going to learn how to search through transactions with advanced search, and you will always be able to find what you're looking for. For example, follow these advanced searches. Now we're at a point where you can follow step by step. Every invoice greater than or equal to 3,000. Well, watch how this works. First, you have to choose one of the transaction types. They're not all transactions, but they're all different records that you can choose from. Most of them are the different types of transactions you can have. And they're in alphabetical order. So I know that invoice shows up in the I field. Once you choose a transaction, you then have to choose which field in that transaction to search through. So invoices have different fields. They have the customer field, the date field, the invoice number field, and so on. But we, in this case, want every invoice greater than or equal to 3,000. That means for the invoice, the fields we're searching on is amount. So we're searching through every invoice in the file, and we're looking in those invoices for a specific amount. Now, we don't want equals. We want greater than or equal to. Is that what we want? Yeah, greater than or equal to the 3,000. Push the tab key to save the field, and now when we click search, this is every single invoice in the entire QuickBooks Online file that has an amount greater than 3,000. If you find the one you're looking for, you can double-click right on it, and QuickBooks will bring you right over. Actually, maybe you have to, okay. QuickBooks will bring you right over to that invoice. You just have to wait a little bit because it's online. Sometimes you have to wait a lot because it's online. Sometimes you have to wait too much because it's online. Anyway, we'll go back. Let's try this one. Every check you ever paid to Staples. Well, that should be easy. Come back here. Of course, you want to click the magnifying glass and advanced search if you lose your place. So now we're looking specifically for checks. So we look in the area of C because it's in alphabetical order. Payee, type in Staples. Okay, the value entered is not valid. Every check to contains or equals Staples. There you go. So we want every check where the payee, because if the transaction we chose is check, one of the fields we're searching on for check is payee, contains Staples. Search. This is every check we ever wrote to Staples in this file. These two are bill payments, and this is just a check. Okay, what else? Every sales receipt you ever made for an editing job you did. So we want to see specifically sales receipts, and we want to specifically see only the sales receipts that show editing job. Well, that's very easy. Choose sales receipts. Remember, the transaction types are listed in alphabetical order. Okay, and then instead of looking at the field for customers, on these sales receipts, we're looking at the item. Okay, so product or service is the item. Product or service is editing. So we want all the sales receipts where the product or service is editing. Search. There's only 2 sales receipts in the entire file where you did an editing job. All the other editing jobs were probably on invoices. Let's check that out. If we switch it over to Invoice, and in the fields of Invoice, we're searching for product or service, and we choose editing, I'll bet you will get way many more invoices that have editing than sales receipts. And you could always double-click and jump right to them. Now, every expense from petty cash. Every time you recorded an expense from petty cash, you should be able to find that easy. The type of transaction is expense, and that was discussed before. Now, instead of the payee, we're looking for account. Every expense in the account, petty cash or cash on hand. Search. This is every expense that you recorded from petty cash. So you can see what a powerful tool this is. You can export any advanced search report into Excel. So if I find my results and I need to print this out in a report or put this on an Excel spreadsheet, once you have your search results in front of you, you can push this icon, and if you hover the mouse over it says Export to Excel, and then you click Open With and click OK. You'll see Excel will start, and what will populate the Excel spreadsheet will be the search results that you have in the Advanced Find window. There we go. Here are all the invoices that had editing, and there's an explanation for each of them, and now you can do whatever you need to do in Excel with your search result list. Please note, however, be careful when using the search tool to fix transaction mistakes. The journal may be better for date-related mistakes and recently entered transactions. Remember, if you're searching for something for a particular date and you thought you put the date on the transaction and you did not, that transaction will not come up in the search result. If you're searching for transactions with a particular amount and your mistake is that the amount is not the same, you will not find that transaction using the search tool. The journal is better because if they are recently entered, you can scroll to the bottom and only the journal will show you the order entered. So you can use your search tool for fixing mistakes, but you have to be careful how you do it.